make it hard for another sucker to play. Showing the second score for a sucker to test. But too large and we way too fresh.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first-half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, it's going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Now Garcia from the gun on third down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards there on third down as they pick up a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Garcia. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Again, he'll drop to throw. Past the 20. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Hands it off out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. From the gun on 3rd down. Brown working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for this.
Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. But able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50. The visitors' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. He had the touchdown pass on the opening drive as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes coming in, and he's right up there among the league's best. Garcia now throwing to start the drive, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run up the middle with Foster, and this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 20 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Back to throw. Garcia. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
2nd down in the yard.
From the pistol, it's Foster. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. First and goal, Foster. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Second and 6. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And his guys have taken the lead.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
and they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off play action. Brown. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Brown. With a pitch and catch here to Rudolph. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll go again with Foster.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. When you look at this defense,
well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game.
Under pressure, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
84 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A first down carry for Foster. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. When you look at this defense, they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
As they've got it as we resume action.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's second best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season.
They'll start on the ground with Foster.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
And some room to run now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first, they stick with Foster. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Brown. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Garcia. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now Garcia to throw. Operating from the gun. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
But Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on 4th.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
From remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Garcia from the gun on 3rd down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. This is caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are able to extend their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Brown. It's complete. This is starts. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And they'll send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Here's Garcia throwing to start the drive. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, he found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on third down, Garcia, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Garcia throwing the out route and complete. That's Clayton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports halftime report. Scott, take it away.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's been the go-to guy in this offense throughout the first half of the season. As you can see, he's the NFL's leader in touchdown catches. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Still going inside the 20.
And touchdown! A big play there. 50 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Brown completes this one to Starks. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here's Brown off the play fake. This will be caught at Samuel. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. 51 yards. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, good move. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Looking to throw. Garcia. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. They'll try and sneak it here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. They keep it in the hands of Foster. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Back to throw. Garcia. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
A gain of 7 and a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake. Garcia. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Garcia. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Back to throw. Garcia. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Clayton. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have regained the lead. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Oh, look at the juke. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
In motion, the tight end. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Garcia.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
From the gun on 3rd down. Garcia.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Off play action. Brown. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Here's a give up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Garcia.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Looking to throw. Garcia. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Garcia. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Going up the middle, Foster. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
Results in a first down.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll hand off to Foster. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that makes it a 9-point game. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game.
They go play action here on first down. That's Samuel, caught left side.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 8.
Looking to throw. Brown. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Second and 4. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Brown from the gun on third down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw. Brown. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Now a second and 10.
Looking to throw. Brown. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Back to throw. Brown. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. From the gun on third down, Garcia. And he is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 25 yards. Result is a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Brings up second and 1 at the 38-yard line.
Here's the option.
Dancing away at the 35. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
He's been pretty good with his legs in this game. A really nice gain there. Defensively, they've been okay covering downfield, but you got to account for the quarterback, right?
Yeah, and that's the hardest part because normally when you play 11 on 11, it's truly not 11 on 11. Defensively, you don't account for the quarterback in the run game. You account for everyone else and hope that you can catch him before he gets to the first down marker. But as you noticed, he's been doing it a little bit. This time he saved his best for this run.
Saving one of his best for the fourth quarter. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Operating from the gun, Garcia. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And his kick is indeed good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
2nd and 5. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. He's going to keep this again.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Back to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards in the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for our visitors,
the loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you.